To get started with making your hairband, you're going to need a pair of scissors, 8 of your macrame cords cut at 220 centimeters each. You're going to need 2 of your macrame cords cut at 70 centimeters. These are going to be used to make gathering knots. And then you're going to need an elastic band. So to get started, gather up your 8 strands. Try to make them slightly even. They don't have to be exact because you're going to be trimming extras. But gather them together. Put your hair tie through it. And bring it down a couple inches, not too far. We're going to say about like that. And then we're going to make a gathering knot. So to do that, you're going to take your 70 centimeter cord, give it a little bit of a loop, bring your loop, pinch your loop in, keep contact of where your end is. And you're going to wrap around all of your strings rather tightly, and you're going to wrap in a downward motion to bring it down towards that loop and towards your fingers here. How many to make is a good question. You want it to be nice and sturdy. Maybe about half an inch or so, maybe an inch. We'll just keep going here a little bit. Maybe one more wrap. Okay. Then you got to find your little loop. And you're going to pull your long string here through the loop. Hold on to that. And then pull on the string that you have at the top here. You're going to give it a little tug, and you're going to see that that loop is kind of disappearing into the knot. That's what you want to have happen, so you kind of give it a little tug. Until it's completely hidden under all of these. Let me give it a little bit more of a tug. There we go. And then you're going to take your scissors and just snip off this extra. And then all of your little short loose ones are going to be trimmed, as well as what you have excess from your gathering knot. So you're just going to trim all of that off. Be sure not to cut any of your long cords. So you just give it a little cut. And you now have your elastic band attached to all of your cords. And you're ready to begin. So I'm going to attach that up here to my clipboard, just so that it doesn't move as much. So you're going to kind of separate your strands a little bit, and you'll see what's kind of more on the outside. You just want to take your 2 outside strands. And you're going to begin making square knots around all of your remaining cords. And I think we're going to do maybe 6 or 7 square knots. So you want to take your left cord over all of the cords. Take your right cord and you're going to bring it down behind all the cords and up through the loop. Then you're just going to give that a little pull. And then you can pull all of them together and slide it up to the top. That's the first half. Now you got to do the same thing but backwards. So we want to take the cord on the right over all of them. The cord on the left goes down, behind, up, and you give it a pull. And by doing both of them, that equals 1 square knot. And like I said, we want to do 6 or 7 of them. So let's keep going. I think our next step is going to be taking the center and bringing it out to the right by using double half hitch knots. So to do a double half hitch knot, this cord that I'm holding is going to be your lead cord. And all of these cords here are going to be your filler cords. So keep your lead cord on top at all times. You want to take your filler cord, you want to wrap it around, like over your lead cord, behind, and pull it up through. Let me get these out of the way a little bit. Okay, give it a little tug. And then do one more to secure it. So you want to go over your lead cord, behind, and pull through. Oops. Give it a little tug. That's one. And you're ready to move on to the next one. So you take the next one out, you're going to take it over, behind, and pull through. That's one, over, around, and through. Makes your second one. And then we'll take our last cord and we're going to do that one with a double half hitch knot. Another one to secure it. Okay. Now we're going to set these cords aside. We're going to take our main cord here. It's going to become our lead cord. And the rest will be our filler cords. And we will start adding them in with double half hitch knots as well. So you want to go over, behind, through, and pull. Give it a little tug. another one to secure it in place. You're going to go over, behind, through, and pull. That's one. Move on to your next cord. Go over, behind, around, and through. Over, behind, around, and through. Then we got our last one. Over, behind, around, and through. Give it a nice hug. Over, around, down, and through. Okay. Gives us our V shape. Let's pull those back. Next, I think we're going to do a square knot. These here, leaving these out. Take the next two and make a square knot. You don't want to pull this one too tight, but you want to give it a little bit of a snug pull. And then finish it off. Okay. Now, our outside cords are still our lead cords. These cords here, we're going to bring them down, around, and in. So to do that, we're going to need to separate these a little bit. Make sure you're grabbing the right ones that are in the right order. Okay. So this is going to be our lead cord here. We're going to do double half hitch knots. And bring it back in. Then we want to take the one on the right, let that be your lead cord, let the other three be your filler cords. Doing a double half hitch knot with the two remaining lead cords here. So we're going to continue to use this one that's on the right as the lead cord. So we're going to bring the one on the left and turn that into a filler cord. And this will bring those together. Okay. Now, we're going to go ahead and bring it around and keep bringing it. Bringing it around to make another loop. So we're just going to continue using this one as our lead cord. And we'll take these here on the left and add them in. see it's starting to make a little bit of a pattern here. One more to secure it. Okay. Now we need to take those 4, put them aside. We need to take our lead cord that's taking this one right here. We need to add the ones on the right end. We're going to go ahead and make another square knot, leaving the 2 lead cords out, taking the next 2 and making a square knot. Sounds like the neighbor's dog's seeing somebody. Try to keep them lined up a little bit. Give it a little bit of a tug, not too tight. Finish off that square knot. Okay, then pull them back out again. Make sure you have the right cords in the right order. I believe I do. Okay, so then this time we want to start with the left. Let that be your lead cord and add these in. Remember, this is going to remain our lead cord, so we're going to take our other cord that we had as a lead cord, it becomes a filler cord, and we double half hitch knot them together. There we go. And we're just going to continue doing this until we have probably 6, maybe 7 of these. We're going to be taking this lead cord here, adding in our filler cords from the left. add in that lead cord. Okay. Let's see what we have going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 of them. So our next step is going to be adding in the 7 square knots here. Okay, so we have our 6 things made there with our square knots in the center. Now we need to add 7 square knots to the end here. I hope I have enough cord to finish this. I have just enough cord. That's 1. Now we have our headband set up. We just need to add, this is going to be more of a child size headband, I think, but we want to take the cords we have remaining and pull them through. And you want it to go just long enough for that second gathering knot to be about the same length as it was on the other side. I'm just kind of gathering up my cords together. I think right there would be good, that long. So we're going to go ahead, grab the other 70 centimeter piece of cord that you had, make a little loop, grab a hold of your loop, make sure your end is up here at the top. We're going to go around. We need to make this tight. So wrap that tightly around. Okay. Once you get it snug, it'll be a little easier to wrap it. I'm just going to wrap it until we get down to where our square knots are. We have a lot of excess. I think maybe I should have made 7 for an adult size head, or maybe 8 for an adult size head, but this should work for a child's head. Just give it a wrap until we get down. We're a little bit further to go, maybe 2 or 3 more wraps. One more. Take it around and then pull it through that loop. You hold on to that part and then grab your little loop you got here and give it a pull. That's going to pull it up into your knot you made here. and then pull the other one just to make sure that it's both tight. Once you've done that, you can take your scissors, snip off the excess of that one, and then you can snip off the excess of all of these cords here. Just make sure you don't cut your work. So you just want to fan that out a little bit. Give it a cut. Okay, and there you have it. This is exactly how you would make a headband. I think this is a smaller sized head or maybe a child sized head, but if you wanted to make it fit an adult, you just make some more of these and make it a little bit longer. There you go. Headband made out of macrame.